Welcome, sentient beings from all known universes and beyond. It's time to activate your cranial downlinks and prepare to receive a raft of discussion on a cosmic ocean of science fiction and fantasy topics, interviews with local area genre devotees, and insightful prognostication by our soothsayers of science fiction, our forecasters of fantasy, and any other beings that happen to get caught in our gravity well. This is the Galactic Driftwood Podcast.
Hello and welcome to another episode of the Galactic Driftwood Podcast. I'm your host this week, Seth, and joining us live in Las Vegas are our two captains, Bill and Linda.
Yes, live from Vegas. We're at the in our hotel room right now, so we can get good Wi-Fi. Yeah. That's proof that we're in Vegas. We have a cup with the Vegas logo on it.
There we go.
That's as solid a proof as we're likely to get, Bill. And our other guest joining us this week,
Charles.
I'm Jenna.
Chris.
I suppose co-hosts is a better term for that. Sorry, you're all
Dare you
co-hosts.
call me a guest? Come on now.
Can I only say the thing that would make that even more Las Vegas is if the room behind Bill and Linda was trashed and we saw a cosplayer like passed out half naked in the bed behind them.
Well, in fairness, you don't know what we did before the show to clean it up.
I mean, I think it would be a lot more Vegas if they had all that leather stuff that they undoubtedly bought at the leather shop they visited just hung up in the background.
You just still see the swing hanging from the ceiling.
Yes. Yeah.
Chains and harnesses as far as the eye can see.
Riding crop or two.
Or three. Yeah. So we're here in Las Vegas.
You didn't buy those in Vegas. You just have those for when Bill makes a pun.
No, I know what I go to Vegas for. What are
time.
you in Vegas for?
Well, we're here for Star Trek.
Wait a minute. Wait. Chris, what do you go to Vegas for?
What happens in Vegas stays in Vegas.
Okay, continue, Bill.
Okay, Linda. So we are here. Got to get it up here to the camera for Star Trek Las Vegas, the 56-year mission. And
they've been doing this for 56
So we got here on Wednesday. It's now Sunday as we're recording the show, so it's the last day of the con. And it's been quite a lot of fun seeing a lot of the cast members of all the different iterations of Star Trek from the original series. We got Walter Koenig, George Takei, William Shatner here, all the way up through the current shows, Strange New Worlds and Prodigy and Lower Decks. And
Lower Decks is going over big
Lower
time.
Decks, the crowds to get autographs from the Lower Decks crew just kind of wrapped through the whole vendor room. It was just
and a lot of
amazing.
A lot of young people.
Yeah.
I imagine that must be an amazing surprise for the people who are doing Lower Decks because they probably never expected it to be that popular.
Right. Yeah, it's just gone over gangbusters, and it's been a lot of fun. What's that? Yeah, I've got some pictures. Well, let's just run through those, and that'll probably prompt some additional conversation as we go here. So let me bring my screen full screen. So this is a shot of the main auditorium. They've got this is the Leonard Nimoy auditorium. They've got a DeForest Kelley one. They've got a James Doohan one, and they have different panels and things going on in each of these rooms. But this is by far the largest one. This con regularly attracts about 5,000 people. But I'm not sure if that's going to change in the future or not. So it's run by a company called Creation Entertainment, and they've had the license to do the Star Trek conventions for many years. And now Paramount has ceded that contract to another company.
Oh,
As Paramount.
Yeah.
Does.
So
no respect.
Yeah. So what that means for this con is that they no longer have the license to have a lot of the props that they had in previous cons. So the last time we went to this one was 2019, and they had a full recreation of the original series Enterprise Bridge that you could go in and get photographs on and everything. They can't have that anymore. They had a big area where there were all these Borg alcoves, and you could go up into the Borg and stand in the Borg alcoves and get your picture there. They can't do that anymore. So they still have the alcoves, but now instead of the Borg being the big baddie of the con, now it's the Threll Empire. And
Not the same.
those Borg alcoves are now Threll teleportation chambers. And they've changed all the coloring and everything and taken off any Federation Star Trek logos. It's kind of like that through the whole con. And so there's a big question as to how this is going to evolve going forward. Because, people have been coming here to the Vegas one for many, many years, and they've got lots of friends that they like to see here every year, as you do when you go to a con consistently. And so there's a lot of consternation within the Star Trek fandom as to, what's going to happen to this one going forward. And then the other con, the official one that was in Chicago this year, next year it's going to be in Seattle. And the nice thing is they have all the cool props there, but they don't have quite the not only the attendance because it's new, but also the cast members. They had a very smaller subset of cast coming. So I imagine that one will probably grow. And I don't know, this one may just go on as a fan con, not an official con. So we'll see. But anyway.
Is there any sentiment from the actors in which they prefer to go to? Or, do you see them just shifting over to the official one?
Well, I imagine that they'll be kind of required to go to the official one.
Right, I would imagine that, and that hopefully, I guess if the goal is to have both the actors and the fans in one place, that hopefully that the fans will just migrate with the actors, and it becomes more of a change of location as opposed to a completely different event.
So
yeah, and I think that's exactly right. What was that, Jenna?
I was just gonna say, it's like you hate to go to that dark, stupid corporate CEOs who don't love the heritage of a con like this, like that all they care about is money. But you kind of do, because it's like if it's been such a successful con, the great part about having a con in the same place every year is that you can build your supplies, keep your resources, so the quality continues to grow, especially when you have that repeat staff who knows what they're supposed to do. Like Planet Comic Con, and Casey is a perfect example. They run a tight ship, because they have it in the same place every year, and they have the same dedicated staffing. It's like, why do you have to touch a good thing? And you hate to think that it's just money.
Yeah.
How many times have they reminded you that Paramount's responsible for ruining it? Do they little signs?
Nobody has really talked about it openly yet that I've heard. I mean, there have been posts online where people have been, complaining about it. And there's been some complaints even about the con this year where they've had issues with the digital, everybody gets like a ticket with a barcode on it. And you have to bring that printed piece of paper with the barcode on it because their digital system has not been reliable. Yeah, it kind of looks like that. Sure. And so there's been some cases where people have just ended up leaving in tears because they didn't bring their hard-coded thing for like a photo op with George Takei or George Takei, Walter Koenig, and they had to go someplace to find a place to print it, and they had to go to the hotel business center to try to get it printed, and the hotel business center was down. And so then they had to try to go to a FedEx store that was connected to the Paris hotel. And by the time they got that done and printed it and came back, he was gone. And this is the last con he said he's doing. So that person was just destroyed. Yeah. So kind of a sad thing. But overall, let me go back to the pictures here. You want to pop those back up, Seth? I'm full screen. There we go. All right, let's go to the next one. So So this was one of my favorite things here. So this is Jess Bush, who plays Christine Chapel from Star Trek Next Generation, or Star Trek Strange New Worlds. And so Linda got me a surprise photo op with her, which was pretty awesome, I have to say. And so there's that. She was very nice. This is just a few of the costumes that you see there. This guy's Thrall from the Gamesters of Triskelion original series episode. I'm wearing my Section 31 Black Ops outfit that day. And there's the logo on the way into the con. I'm in my neck. Linda and I and Josh were in our next gen costumes that day.
Nice.
And then this is one of the panels. So this is one of the smaller rooms. This is the DeForest Kelly room. So this guy was an anthropologist, and he was talking about the anthropological impacts on the evolution of the batleth.
Yes.
It was hilarious. So yeah, it was a pretty good show. So they got all kinds of weird, fun panels like that. This is day we did the original series cosplay, and we're wearing shorts because it was like the first day of the con, Thursday, and we were spending a lot of time going out, exploring the immediate surroundings, looking for food and snacks and stuff. And when you go outside and it's like 102 degrees, you don't want to be wearing long pants. So.
Yeah, I've been in Vegas in the summer before. I know what you're talking about.
Right. And so this is us.
Amazing.
You can't see Josh really well, but we did an original series cosplay. Linda is an alternate universe Harry Mudd, and from the episode I Mudd, and I'm playing one of the androids, Norman. And Josh, who you can't see really well, sitting behind Linda, he's wearing like this flowing dress that he got.
And it's amazing.
Nice.
Yeah. And so he's Alice too. And so that was pretty hilarious. We got quite a lot of comments.
There he is.
From that.
Now you can see him.
Yeah, you can see him better now.
I love the mustache, Linda. The mustache makes me
Josh
happy.
made that for me. He's like, well, I think you could, because sometimes when you have to wear this, and you can only take it off for pictures, right?
Yeah.
So I was holding it up to this for a while.
Yeah. And that guy there plays a Telosian from the original series. Very nice guy. This guy, great cosplay, Jonathan Archer from Enterprise in one of his spacesuits. This guy was hilarious. He was just walking around. So in one of the episodes, they had some dignitaries on board the Enterprise, and this guy kept running around wanting to talk to Captain Picard about his pneumonic transducer. So it was kind of a fun cosplay. These guys were great. This is Zephram Cochrane from the movie and the Vulcan that landed. Awesome cosplay.
First contact.
Yes. There was actually one guy walking around, and I don't have a picture in my deck here, but he had built into his hat was this gigantic black probe from the Whales episode. With on the end of it, he had like a translucent thing coming down to a globe, and he's walking around like the probe. It was just hilarious. Awesome. Yeah. And then this is one of my cool acquisitions. It's a set. So in the Strange New Worlds, there was an episode, I think it's Memento Mori is the name of the episode, if I remember right. And in that one, there's a reference to something called Remembrance Day, which is a Federation celebration once a year. And crew members on board ships throughout the Federation will wear commemorative pins of a ship they served on where there were lost comrades or the ship itself was lost in some disaster. And so this set of pins was featured in the episode, worn by different crew members at different points when they're featured on camera. So there was a company here that got the designs of those, and then they printed off a set. And so they had a set. They printed off 250 of them, so they're selling them here at the con. So I couldn't resist getting a set of that. It was a very good episode. So
nice.
Yeah, so there's that. And then this was an area we went to the first night, Wednesday, when we were here before the con really got started. I don't know if anybody's heard of Area 15, but this place is phenomenal. If you are going to Vegas, you have to go to see Area 15. You will not believe it. It is elaborate. It's all kinds of weirdness. They've got this grocery store in there that you go into that's kind of like a hands-on art thing, but they have stuff you can actually buy there. It's like looks like a grocery store, but everything is bizarre. Like they have like these big cans of mammoth chunks, or smaller cans of rabbit shards, or for example, in this case, I bought a can of antimatter. And hold on, and then just to make sure that I don't make a mistake with it, I bought a can of omnipotence. Because I didn't want Seth stopping me, I also bought a can of inevitability. So no matter what I do, and then anybody that tries to screw with me, Shade and Fruit, they're going to get that. So so it's pretty hilarious. A lot of stuff you can buy, and then the really cool thing, the most coolest thing of all of that, is in the back of the store they have like these freezer cases where you can open up, and they have frozen food in there. And you open it up, and you can actually walk into the case and through the case and out the back, and you're into this area that's actually, you come to realize that the store is a front for like this mad scientist corporation behind it, where they've got all these different machines you can get on and push buttons and turn lights and control things. And there's like human particleizers, teleportation machines, just very weird stuff.
Very artsy too.
There's one room you go into, and it's just like this strobe light, and you walk in, and the strobe's going really slow. It'll go flash, and it'll disappear. And then all of a sudden, after the flash dies away, you'll see the image of everybody in the room reflected on the walls of the room.
That's cool.
So it's like it's taking a picture, and then it's shooting the picture on the walls. And then it goes faster and faster and faster and faster. And it's really a stunning effect. And they've got like these big tube slides in there. It's like a 3-story building inside there. And that's just one thing. They have all kinds of other areas in this off to the side where you can't see. Off to the left, there's a big augmented reality escape from zombie things, where zombies have taken over Vegas, and you have to go in and kind of rescue some of the citizens that are still holed up in places. And they've got axe throwing bars in there. They've got bondage shops. It's just something you have to see to believe. All right. Let's move on. Oh, this is inside. That's inside this giant skull, and it's got some sort of a thing inside it that reflects all kinds of different images up on the inside of the skull.
Wow.
There's the shelf of stuff that I bought. You can see next to it, bold mammoth flavor. That's the can of mammoth chunks. And you can see the pricing for stuff down there. It's all priced like you're in a grocery store.
Well, it's a little higher.
And then this is when you go through the wall, you go into Dram Corp, and they're the ones that are doing all this weird, unauthorized, secret experimentation.
Unauthorized.
And then there's the example of where you open up the ice door, you walk through, and you come out the back into Dram Corp.
That's cool.
And then here's one of the machines, for example, and you push all these buttons, and it makes the lights inside there do weird things. That's just one example. Here's the human particleizer. That's in a different area of the building, and you're doing weird stuff there as well.
So,
and then they have what's that?
Is the point of that machine to create human particles?
Yes.
Or to reduce a human to particles?
Reduce a human to particles.
Okay.
Yeah. And then they have different offices, like for the directors of the corporation, and you walk in, and you can see all these different talking points when there's a disaster. Retirement, not disappearance. It's really well done.
God!
Explain this.
Yeah. Well, okay. So as you walk the strip, you run into a wide range of characters, as you might imagine, and
if you're stupid enough to stop,
and of course, wearing a Starfleet Command uniform, you get a little. You're a target. And,
I do appreciate the "Is this okay with you, Linda?" faces on both performers.
Actually, at that point, she's asking how many times she should smack him.
Yeah, how many times should I whip him? And they settled on 3. I think Linda wanted 10.
I was going for a higher number.
Yeah. So anyway, so you see they handcuff you there, and then Linda gets to take a video while they publicly whip me. They do this for tips. And so at the end, I went to tip them, and I remembered at that point that I had taken all the money out of my wallet and left it in the safe in the room, and I only had $4. That did not go over very well. Fortunately, Linda had like 20 in her purse, so that helped. But they were kind of hoping for $30 a piece. So,
but probably never.
Yeah, they probably never get that, but yeah.
They're out there to take money, that's for sure.
Yeah, they claim that's the usual.
I had no idea because I thought he was full of shit. I thought he was lying because it wouldn't be unlike him to say, I only have $4.
Well,
and at that point, I'm mortified and embarrassed. And they're like, do you have anything? And I'm like, Jesus, Bill, you really don't have any money? No, I only brought $4.
Listen,
full of shit.
You're walking down the strip and you got to worry about pickpockets. And I thought, well, if they take my wallet, I can cancel my credit cards, but my cash would be lost. So I'll just leave it in the safe.
So I'll leave my.
Because I'm not planning to buy anything. We were just going sightseeing.
I'll leave my 20 at home.
So anyway, that was quite the adventure.
Hilarious.
I think that might be the last picture. Yeah, that's it. So
anyway,
it was fun.
So anything interesting come up in the panels there, Bill?
Not really.
Yeah,
unfortunately.
Run of the mill stuff.
Yeah, run of the mill stuff. Mostly, so they have a NMC that's asking them questions, and most of the questions are about, maybe what other stuff they're doing in their personal lives outside of Star Trek, or they'll ask them to relate stories of how they got the position, their job, doing what they're doing, especially true with the new shows,
right.
the older shows, Next Gen and stuff like that, where everybody's probably heard those stories 1,000 times. It's more about, what are you working on today, kind of a thing. And so it's good, and it's fun to hear them talk and relate some funny stories about pranks behind the scenes and things like that go on. And the vendor room, they got tons of stuff in the vendor room, and that's where you'll see people just sitting there signing autographs, and you can go up and get an autograph with any of your favorite actors. Linda and I were actually in the elevator yesterday heading down to the lobby last night to go get dinner, and Dominic Keating, who was from Enterprise, he played the security guy there. He got in the elevator, and he's like, Malcolm, he got in the elevator, and he's like, all right, so where are you guys going?
What's
so
going on?
we carried on a conversation as we slowly got down. So it's kind of fun to be able to share an elevator with people.
With famous people.
And then, the con's in a new hotel this year because it's been in the Rio previously.
And the Rio was nice.
The Rio was really nice.
Big.
Lot of space, huge convention center there. Here, not so much. And so it's really kind of disjointed because you have the main theater and auditorium on the lobby level, but then you have to go up to the 26th floor for the other 2 auditoriums. And they have a few other things up there. So they've got a couple of elevators that are just set aside and reserved, and they've got like elevator operators that only take the elevators up to the 26th floor and back down. So everybody's kind of shuttling back and forth up and down elevators. And
Rio was better.
Yeah, it's just not a good layout for the con. So hopefully going forward they'll fix that. And Bally's, which is where the con hotel where we're at, that's been bought out, and so they're in the process of tearing down the Bally's sign, and they're going to remodel the whole thing. And it seems like there's endless remodeling here in Vegas. Anybody that's been out here before maybe has seen the Mirage with the big volcano out front. That's been purchased by the Hard Rock Cafe. That's going to get torn down and completely redone. So a lot of changes all the time out here in Vegas. But it's been a super fun con. We're having a great time. Looking forward to the last day. We're right after this recording. We're going to go see John Noble. who many of you will recognize or remember as Walter from the show Fringe.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, he's here, and he's going to be talking next. He currently is voicing the character, the bad guy in Star Trek Prodigy. Can't remember the bad guy's name. But anyway, it'll be fun to hear him talk, and I'm sure he'll be taking questions on Fringe, so that'll be kind of fun to get that. So that's kind of it. And then tonight they have the Rat Pack returns, and so it's Connor Trenier and Dominic series, and a couple of the other characters that played characters in like Next Gen and DS9. So anyway, we're looking forward to the final day of the con. Should be a lot of fun. Oh, and you can see my flag I got in the background. Are you guys still there? Look like you're frozen. Yep. Oh yeah. I got my Federation flag in the background. Linda says, I'm Federation in the streets, but I also got my Klingon flag because I'm a Klingon.
Hiding that one back there, I see, Bill. Nice.
So, yeah.
You dare divide your loyalty between the Federation and the Empire? You have no honor.
Yeah, I'll have to hang that in the bedroom, I'm sure. So.
All right. Well, great update. That's awesome to hear about all that going on.
So Federation in the streets, Klingon in the sheets?
You got it. That's it. That's
it. Poor Linda.
Or lucky Linda.
You're assuming Bill's the one controlling the Batless. I feel like that's more of a Linda style.
Yeah, as long as she doesn't bring any Klingon pain sticks to bed.
All right. Well, we are about at time. You guys have any favorite things that have happened at the convention that you'd like to share really quick, or any really cool other celebrities who you've or Star Trek actors who you've seen?
Yeah. Well, we saw Saru. What's the actor's name? Doug Jones.
He's such
Yeah, he is so tall. Sonequa Martin Green, saw her. Anson Mount, of course. Beverly Crusher, Gates McFadden.
Jonathan Frakes.
Oh, so fun.
Oh, yeah. William Shatner's showing up today. Of course, Sulu and Chekhov are here. We've seen them. Just about everybody's here. Oh, Ethan Peck, who plays the new Spock. Seen him.
Oh yeah. Okay.
Yeah.
Great.
So, yeah. So it's been awesome. We love it.
We have a baby ball and better go, Mom.
Daddy's got her, so we'll check on her.
We thought Daddy was tied up in the bed back there behind you. It's boring. We can't tell.
That is no one else to concern yourself with.
Right. Yeah, so that's it. So we'll see. Next year, I think next year we might try to go to the official con in Seattle and see what that's like by comparison. So
good deal. That sounds like a really good time.
Yeah, we are. It's been awesome. Seen a lot of stuff. Seen a lot of cool actors, and heard a lot of funny stories, and met a lot of cool people. So having a great time.
Keep living your best life for us.
Yeah,
we will.
All right. Well, if you're going by that Area 15 again, pick me up a can of inspiration. I think I could use one of those.
All right, I'll do that.
Elsewise, I think we should let you go so you can get to your.
Sounds good.
Get to seeing your
John
next
Noble.
channel.
Right. All right. Well, you guys have a great time. We'll see you when we get back to town sometime tomorrow.
Travel safe.
So, all right. Take care, y'all.
All right.
See ya.
Bye.
Bye-bye.
Live long and prosper.
Live long and prosper.
Here we go.
Thanks for listening to this episode of the Galactic Driftwood podcast. For more information and past episodes, please visit our website at galacticdriftwood.space or subscribe to us on YouTube. And now, please deactivate your cranial downlinks, collect your towels, and be sure to watch your step as you exit our gravity well.